We're back in business, people. It is I, Mr. Jamvad. It's been too long. Can you believe it's been damn near 7 months since I've uploaded consistently? Like almost a year. And I remember like it was yesterday. I had no intention of doing this. But over that time, I mentioned some family things, not family issues, but just, my mom being up here. So that was a big derail. Getting her situated and just unexpected events other than that. But yeah, as far as the channel, right, I've thought about it and thought about, well, what drove this, what was I about? And a lot of you guys have reached out, and I have to think, what problem do I like solving the most? Because fulfillment comes from you solving the problem you care about the most, right? Right, that's also what people call purpose. So what is my purpose or my source of fulfillment, right? What gets me going? And what gets me going is the same reason I want to shout out my man Guardian Arcanine right here. So I have this podcast that I had called On the Contrary, where basically interview people who we've done work behind the scenes and they've managed to utilize Pokemon or the principles therein to improve their offline lives. And it dawned on me that's the problem I like solving the most. Offline I work with guys and excuse me, my throat's a little sore. Not even sore, but just swollen. But in the context of getting them from point A to point B. I wouldn't think of it in the traditional sense how you think of therapy, because it's not like indefinite. Usually, particularly guys within the age range of like 21 to 21 to 33 would come to me with a particular problem. So for example, hey, in fact, let's use John as an example. So John just competed in Vegas at the powerlifting, one of the powerlifting meets. I think one of the biggest ones in the United States. Now, John's story, about 2 years ago, he stumbled in the academy, right? And for him, he was just looking for somewhere to belong, honestly. It was just that for him. Scale shot's probably a thing here, but whatever. He was just looking for a place to belong. At the time, I could have killed him there, couldn't I? Probably gonna scale shot me to death, but I have a King's Gambit. Oh, collision course. Yeah, you're finished. But he was just looking for somewhere to belong, right? And you remember the academy at the time was about just hardcore Pokemon, but using Pokemon to improve the individual. And what's the basis of this? Well, we have one brain. And so if we learn something in one context, the neuroplasticity or the change in the brain that occurs is likely to affect at least on a little bit other areas of your life, right? And so been running that particular theme for about 4 years now. And John came in the academy. He was just looking for somewhere to belong. At the time, I believe he lived with his parents, depressed, had a horrible situation that happened to him in his last career path, and honestly thought he was done. And he didn't join the academy. Initially, he heard about it from another good friend and previous person I worked with, and they're like, yo, you should join the academy. They said, screw it, I'll join. Around that time, we had the Academy Premier League going on, I believe. He took part, got to be a part of a community where he felt supported. And in that, I don't even remember exactly, a podcast episode is out on this, but I don't remember exactly what sparked the desire to go, you know what, I'm going to take a leap here and reach out to Jam. But I remember he did reach out to me, and it's funny because I've never marketed the fact that I know about a lot of the things I know about. And I'm just going to be frank about what these things are. There are 3 areas. Well, the psychology aspect is more obvious, right? It's my training, but the other area that I always get surprised that guys come to me about, even though I don't know how they know, is actually women. And there's another thing, usually something around spirituality. and just to make it real simple, all spirituality is like, if we're all, when a baby is born, they're born with a consciousness, at least soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? They're born with two things, a body and a soul, or body and consciousness. How can we verify this? Because when you die, your body is there and something else leaves, so clearly something else was there. Now what you want to label that thing is up to you, right? But something else was there and then it leaves. And when a baby comes into the world, it's born with a body and that's something else. So when somebody says spiritual or spiritual, all it means is the thing within your body that you identify as the animating force that keeps you alive, whatever you want to call that. That's spirit or spirituality. So, you know, when someone says I'm spiritual, it's like saying you're biological. Oh, no shit. You know, I'm biological. Like, it sounds silly saying some shit like that. So, you know, that rant aside. But the hell am I facing right now? Guys, I know the game hasn't changed this much to where I'm facing a motherfucking Calm Mind Dusknor. Watch him taunt me like a Don. But yeah, and so he approached me just about like, how the hell can I get my life together? Right at the time, yeah, I think when he joined the academy, he was still at his folks. That or he had just moved out, but his apartment was in complete disarray. And initially he was just like, man, I have no motivation. I'm feeling depressed. I feel lost. I need something, right? And the traditional, where I differ from the traditional therapy, you know, psychological approaches, that my aim is to get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible. I'm not interested in you know, having somebody on my proverbial couch, my couch for 25 years, right? You come with a particular problem. Hey, I want to know how to be more disciplined. Why am I not disciplined? How can I get myself to be disciplined? That's a specific problem. Hey, I want to get better with women. The women stuff is not actually psychological. It is, but as a more technical knowledge people are lacking. But somehow, someway, I probably train, other than offline. Offline is way more, but online, I've probably trained at least 7 people. I've helped probably 7 people get a girlfriend or improve their relationship with their wife. In fact, the guy that we're talking about right now, it gets even better. And so John, initially the session was to help him get on his feet. We did that. We did a super deep dive, and lo and behold, magically, you know, he got back on his feet and was starting to kill it, started to clean his apartment, started to just be back on things, you know. Sometimes all you need is just awareness of why you are where you are. Like I know I can notice my behavior, but I don't know why it's there. Once you get clarity on why it's there, then we can start the progress. It's sort of like, I always describe it as, it's sort of like having a stench in a room and you don't know where it's coming from. You know it's there, you know it's a problem, and so you spray Lysol over it, right? Which for many people, that's what video games are, Lysol, or, you know, drinking or smoking weed or whatever that may be. Just a porn, just Lysol, right? I'm spraying Lysol over the stench. Now it's still there and I still hate it, but I don't know where it's coming from and I don't know what to do about it. So this guy's a beast. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And so what I do from a psychology standpoint is we go in and find out where the stench is coming from and how you want to go about removing it, right? Because if you never remove the stench, coping mechanisms, which is far more common, is just not gonna deal with it, and you're gonna forever be stuck, right? The goal of a true whatever really is to get fired, right? Like if you're a doctor, you don't want to keep the client forever, right? You want them to eventually fire you. Why? Because they've healed. They no longer need you. The goal is to no longer be needed if your intentions are in the right place, right? So but that rant aside, so he ends up going and getting like crazy results. He transformed so quickly. Again, there's a podcast on this, and ends up meeting this girl too. We do another session for him getting the girl. That girl ends up being his current wife. It's hilarious, yo. Like, it's crazy. That girl ends up as his current wife. They got married in March. He invited me to the wedding, but I couldn't make it. Got married to her a year later in March. We also did a consultation on, he had a sales position, and you know, was deathly terrified. And we did a really deep dive session. That's why I said really specific subject matter. We did a deep dive, and within, I think, 2 or 3 weeks he went from not being able to pick up the phone to make the calls to being the #1 new sales rep in South Texas, something like that. And it's funny because I told him, watch, in 2 weeks, because I find that just from the data, 2 weeks, once we do the deep dive, it takes about 2 weeks for the outcome to manifest itself. Sometimes faster, sometimes even a little bit longer, but around that ballpark. And so that was super interesting. What is Flutter Man? Probably gonna get moon blasted here. I don't have anything for this. Bulk up Arceus, that's kind of cool. I didn't even look at the dude's team. Gambit's probably, yeah. I figured the moon blast would have me. This probably kills him still. But 4 or 5. But yeah, and so there were 3 key things he came to me for: to get back his life on track, just in general. It wouldn't have killed him, interesting. Get his life back on track in general, to woke up, huh? To get his life back on track in general. Then it was to secure the situation with his woke up is legit. What the fuck? This is kind of funny. To secure the situation with his now wife, and for the but we don't have what's it called? We don't have raging bolts. I'm gonna destroy you with this earthquake. And to get the up his game as far as the financial situation with his new position. And so when we going back to the original question, what problem do I like solving the most? I'm gonna finish up and give all the shit away for free. All the things related to Pokemon, right? I like solving the Pokemon problem as well. How do we get guys to get good? But I no longer get the same thrill from solving that particular problem. So what I'm more interested in at this point is really just working with gamers in particular to get whatever the fuck they want. For many of you guys, it's gonna be different. You know, sometimes it's a woman. Really, the areas I specialize in is relational dynamics and performance, right? So performance, usually it's gonna be around some kind of career. So relations and performance are the areas that people traditionally would come to me for, and the areas that I'm just the best at. I have the highest level of mastery and proficiency. I can't believe it just ate that. +2. I don't have any attack EVs. Oh, I have a little bit. But yeah, so content wise, not on I'll still have the Pokemon stuff, but I'm going to be starting a separate project solely to help guys, men in particular, again from around ages 21 to 33, 34, teaching gaming psychology and sharing how, or showing rather, how they interconnect with your offline lives so that you can get where you want to be. Because, you know, the thing I've always had with the one-on-one trainings is that I can only work with one person at a time, and there's only so many people I can work with. There's only so many people who could afford it, you know, all these limitations. And so I'm gonna have a combination of at least for a couple months, have the one-on-one sort of boot camps that are not Pokemon related option available, and then I'll have the free stuff, likely gonna be like a newsletter. A lot of the books, I just finished The Art of War for Competitive Pokemon. That'll be available for free. It's far more sophisticated than the audiobook version that you heard, so it's more in depth, more clear. You know, the second version of the competitive Pokemon book that I was working on, I'm gonna give that away, the ebook version, for free. I'm just gonna close the Pokemon chapter, not to say I'm gonna stop playing it, but I'm gonna just have all the resources in one place. There'll be no, other than if you want the physical copy, then you'd have to pay for it. But as far as the ebook or something, you know, literally the best content you'll ever get anywhere else. I've taken about 2 years to break down all this stuff, the most fundamental level you'll ever receive anywhere. Not to say this is, you know, it's impossible for anyone else to come even close, but just know that the way my brain works, the amount of time I've been playing this at the highest level, and the amount of people I've trained, the combination of those things is, you're not going to really find it anywhere else on earth. So yeah, that's going to be available for everyone, but that's the direction. I'm more interested in solving the problem of getting gamers winning offline. Getting gamers to win offline. I like that. That's a sexy little rank. Sexy little rank. You're gonna go to Great Tusk. Helping gamers get good offline. Helping gamers win offline. Whatever. Actually wanted. I just didn't realize I wanted toxic debris. I didn't even think about the fact that. But anyway, let me see. Scale shot means probably sweep. Thunder is gonna be halved, probably sweeping here. But yeah, man, that's but I miss y'all. So we're back lunch, huh? Okay, let's do this again. Interesting. He knew that I was gonna attack that turn. What a goat. Guys, it's the greatest of all time. I want the Suns because, you know, I probably won't knock out Ho the scale shot without the Sun. It's gonna be Terra Fairy. I'd probably still one-shot him. Whoa. He's insane for he can't have Ice Shard. You're a Dragon Dancer. He has Ice Shard Dragon Dance. Help me. Help me. Unfortunately, I have an Arceus. It's something I'm not even thinking about these movesets. I really just wanted to hop on and make a video real quick. Update you guys on some of the pivots that are going on. You know, just fun shit. Fun shit. And funnily enough, I've been this is just the first time I've ever revealed this, but this has been going on for years now. The story I just shared with you was over 2 years ago. There are countless people who, and you know, it's funny because they've always said to me like, damn, you should, you know, make this more public, because there may be guys out there that are in pain right now, right? Are in pain right now around whatever particular area of life. Again, what I'm gonna focus on is relational stuff. So guy gets better at women with women, and performance. And so, you know, I thought about it. I was like, well, I don't want to reveal that type of stuff, right? That's not the focus of my channel. But I've just had too many experiences where I have to think back to myself. It's like, man, what if that guy, I can think of so many people. Why, what if they never reached out? Right? And I see where their life is now. I mean, so many guys. It's unreal. Like, I have probably hundreds of guys in my head that I'm thinking of, whether they're completely fit now and they were out of shape, their relationship with their parents, they were gonna commit suicide, they were addicted to porn, and now great with girls and have a great girlfriend. You know, it's like, and I can't allow my own sort of headcanon of, well, who's gonna care? Nobody cares about this stuff. They come for Pokemon content, blah blah blah. My own nonsense, right? I can't allow my own assumptions of what I think you guys need to stop me from sharing it with the one guy that may need it the most, the guy who's on the brink right now. So yeah, that's opened up. I haven't made any official website. I literally just hopped on, I said fuck it, we're gonna upload today. I haven't made any official websites or anything, so the price points will be whatever the current price point for the Pokemon stuff is. That will change when I actually, you know, fix all this stuff. But expect a lot of free written content as well. But I'll make videos or not. I probably will at some point, but it won't be first. It'll be around everything will be in written form, which is not as effective, but you know, it's something, right? So yeah, if you want to do that, click the link down below or message me directly, and we'll get this party started. Typically these things are going to be taking about a month to resolve whatever the thing is, unless it's something super severe, or if it's a biological impairment, then you can't do anything, right? If you have actual brain damage. But if it's something where it's related to the psyche's just thoughts and emotions, right? If it's a thinking or emotional issue, which are kind of the same thing, then we can work together and get that resolved. But yeah, I'm no longer going to reserve this information just for the select few or hide it for some reason, as if there's anything negative about, you know, it's just burn. How did he get burnt just now? No way. No way. This guy is flame or get the okay, brody. Okay, brother boy. All right. So yeah, yeah. But things are gonna, I'm really excited. I'm really uncertain at the same time, right? This is a pretty big leap. But it is where I want things to go next. There are too many guys offline in pain. I've just gotten hundreds of messages over the years, probably thousands. And there are too many conversations I've had with people one-on-one. Now, for privacy's sake, I've never shared them. But just so many young guys in pain. And if they knew certain bits of information, so much of that would be gone. And it'd be pretty fucked up of me because of my own, again, insecurity or presupposition of what somebody may think of, like, oh well, Jam, you know, this is Mon stuff. All those guys came through mods. So if there's so many guys to where I get that many DMs, then, you know, maybe there are more, and I'll just say it out loud on the channel. So yeah, the link is in the description down below. I'm gonna be streaming a lot as well, a lot, and making vids again and all that stuff. So, but I want to stream so that I can learn the meta games again. I haven't played in a very long time. So you guys can share with me, like, okay, Jam, this is what's cool right now, and watch me embarrass myself and get caught off guard live while we interact. So yeah, that's gonna be on YouTube. But yeah, I'm sure Joey will help me and Blunder will let me set that up. So love you guys to death, to life. I love you all to life. And I'm gonna see you guys very soon. Peace.